You look at kind of the way that game started. The first 40 minutes went one way, and then the third really seemed to swing in your guys' favor. In your mind, what kind of changed for this group between the first 40 and the third period?
Yeah, I think the first 40, I think we kind of had the same game as we did against Vegas. And, in the third period, we played really well against Vegas. We did the same thing against Vancouver. But I think for us to win games, especially in the second half, we have to play a full 60-minute. If we play like we did in the third period, then I think the results would have been different. So I think that's our biggest take.
Get a big power play late in regulation, another one in OT. Obviously, drawing the penalties is encouraging, but not cashing in. Where do you think the power play is at this point in the season?
Yeah, I think it has to get better. I think the first half it wasn't going our way. The second half, I think we're finding it game by game. We had a power play goal the game before that, and it stung a little bit not scoring on that 4-on-3 in the overtime, but we just have to learn from it and be better.
If you look at Fogg's goal, you kind of started that play by activating off the rush and then got back to the net when you cycled back up. How did you see that play kind of develop from your end?
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're down a goal, we're just trying to jump up and try to do the best we can to create offense, create chances. So, Phil made a nice play, and I tried to do the best I can. And once Mo got the puck there, I just, had to open up for that one-timer, and, Fogg's had a great tip. So, I think all the goals that we're going to score from here on out, I think the defense is pretty tight with every team we're going to play. So it's going to be a playoff style, and those goals are really crucial throughout our game.
Was there a way to practice that tip that Fogle will have off Shishak?
Pardon me?
Do you practice that? Is it hard to practice that, or is it just spontaneous?
Yeah, I mean, after every practice we would work on tips, but I think for us, I think we're working on a lot of one-timers and getting their shots through the net, and the only thing we're trying to do is trying to get shots as much as we can to the goalie and the forwards to try and create some chances. So we know that a lot of guys here can tip the puck, and we trust the forwards to do their job.
Drew was a light scratch, obviously. I'm sure you might have been a question mark over the course of the day. The fact that you guys have played, the entire first half without him whatsoever, having that knowledge, does that make it comfortable, in terms of mindset that, okay, if he's not available, we know how to, we know what to do without?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a lot of leaders on the back end. I don't think we're panicking when he's out. We just have to play our game. It takes 7 of us D to do our job, and obviously he's an important guy on the ice. But at the same time, if he's not playing, we have to step up and do the best we can. And obviously he'll be back soon, so we just have to do our job and go from there.
What did you see on the Hoglander goal? It seemed like you and Spence, are you and Edmondson were trying to switch there, or how did you see that develop, I guess?
Yeah, it was just a 2-on-2 play. They made a good play. When you crisscross and stuff like that, we just have to communicate and do better. I should have had a bit better gap, but at the same time, we just have to move on and keep playing our game.
Jordan, you mentioned everyone has to step up when Drew's out, but for you and Brant specifically, you guys are kind of the next step as far as the puck movers and power play guys. So is that maybe a little bit of extra pressure on the two of you specifically?
No, not exactly. I think, he was gone for the first 40 games, so, you adjust. Clarkie adjusts. I think at the start of the season, we were putting too much pressure on ourselves. But as the season went on, I think Clarkie and we've done a good job just adapting and just playing our game, being simple. But, when Dewey's out, he's an important guy, as I said, but we just have to step up, do our job, and, try and win.